welcome to one of my favorite Aerosmith songs. God, this is when all the live albums were getting pushed out, and man, it was a great time. Great memories from this era. And Chip Away at the Stone was always one of my favorite songs. I heard it the other day. I'm like, man, I gotta learn that. So, here we are. I didn't realize that they actually released this as a studio track in Gems. I always thought they only did the live version and played it live. But anyhow, so I went over that. I went over some live videos. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to play it because, of course, we got two guitarists here. And it's real obvious watching Joe, and because they focus mostly on Joe and Steven in the videos. You can see how Joe's playing, a little bit different from what I did, but I'm going to show you that. So my notes are linked below the video. Click on that. You can download them, follow along, or do whatever you want with them. And I've included these alternate chordings that I'll show you towards the end of it. So, all right, we'll get into the lesson next. So the intro is going to start with triads from the chords C, A, and G. And we'll be going to the chords right below it, the F, the D, and the C. Alright, so with that said, in the studio version especially, and I'm sure live Brad plays it this way, what he does is use the triad off the 5th string. So we're going to slide into the C chord, okay? So we're going to start out on the 9th fret of the 5th and 4th string and 8th fret of the 3rd. That would actually be our B, but we're going to slide into the C from there. So we're going to hit that once, and then again, then hit it on the 4th and 3rd string at 10. So we're referencing that F. Always the chord below. C, F. Okay, so we have this so far. Then we're going to hit it again. So it's almost harder to show slow. Then we're going to take that chord form to our A, so we'll be at the 5th fret, but we're going to slide into that, okay? So we'll start out at 4, sliding into 5 and 4. And then we're going to reference the G, but we'll slide in from the 4th to the 5th. And then again. Okay, so the live version, you can see Perry sliding from the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Especially when he starts it out, okay? So again, either way is fine. You got two guitarists, you both do one way. So that's pretty much how I wrote out the intro and the verses. And there's the alternate, which is, again, I wrote out towards the end of my tab if you're looking that up. So I'm going to use some chord inversions during the verse because we're going to do G for a measure, then to C for a measure and a quarter. And jumping from G up to C, you don't see Perry doing that. I really don't think Brad does that because, again, it's just not economical. I think a guitar playing, you know, especially if you're singing, Perry's just playing the chords. And he's using his strumming more than the chording, where I think Brad is doing the chording. So, again, with the chording, we're going to just go on our G, slide into G, and then lay down and hit the C. Okay, so that's one measure. Next is C. I think they just stay right there and add what would be, if you know you're caged, this would be the C form of F. You're taking a C, moved it up. Okay, so we're at the root note of F here, but we're not going to play the root note, we're just going to cheat it out. So we're just going to play the 4th string at 7, the 3rd string will line up at the 5th fret, the 2nd string at 6. Alright, so just slide into it. I don't even think they go that far live. I think he's just playing the 4th string. But those are options for you. You know, do what you want. I've written it out so you can understand it. The idea is, you know, taking this, making it your own, and having fun with playing it, right? So, alright, so we got the C. We're going to do that basically 3 times. Back to G one more time with the slide in. Then we're going to do an E minor, and what he does is hammer into the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th string, and then upstroke on the 1st and 2nd string, and then back to our C's. Okay, so listen to it, take your time with it. That is the first measure of the verse. Now, the other thing I want to mention, especially in live and the studio recording, when you come from the E minor, you'll hear Perry playing off that C chord on the, let's see, that'd be the 5th fret of the 4th string to 7, and same thing on the 3rd, kind of a Hendrix move. You could even do the 5th string. Whatever you do, but again, it's based around that chord, the C. And then we're back into the 2nd half of the verse. To the chorus. Alright, the chorus, again, you can do the chords. Then it goes to D. But the rhythm really is more of a boogie woogie. So again, watching this live, Perry's just hitting the chords. Chip away at the stone. And he's hitting the D. He's letting Brad do the actual work of playing the boogie woogie rhythm. Okay, so the rhythm is basically G to D, back to G. Okay, we're just going to add our pinky. We'll be playing a power chord G, 6th and 5th string, 3rd and 5th fret, and we'll be adding on the 7th fret of the 5th string. Okay, so the boogie woogie rhythm is really a 2-hit on the G and then adding that 6th of the G chord, that pinky on the 7th fret. So it'll be 2 hits to start it, and then the 6th note or the 7th fret. Back to our G for 3. consistent throughout the chorus. After the second verse, we got the second chorus, all right? Then we go into the solo rhythm. I'll show you the solo at the end, but we're going to go into the solo rhythm and then actually another chorus, all right? So the solo rhythm is basically going to be between C and D. In the studio recording, they add the C sharp coming up to D, and backwards you'd call it D flat. So we go D, D flat to C. They don't do that in some of the live recordings. Some they do, some they don't. Again, this is the studio version, so I'll show you that, and you can do it or don't do it. Cool. All right, so let's go into the second chorus, Chip So there's the third chorus coming in. All right, so when we leave the G next to U, then we're into the solo rhythm. So we hit the C power chord right up to C sharp and D, and then you'll do 3 hits with your pinky. So then you want to count 1, 2, 3, and back on 4. Again with your pinky 3 times on the C. And then back from the D to the C and into the chorus. Alright, so we're to the bridge and basically the outro. They're really the same. So we're going to do the intro, what we did for the bridge, and we'll do that for 4 measures, okay? And then when they start singing the outro, I won't stop, I won't stop. It's really the same, but you'll hear a second guitar doing more of the boogie woogie. So that is the outro. We'll go over the solo and you'll have the whole song. Solo's not real hard, so yeah, next. Okay, the solo rhythm is basically C and D, and he kind of stays in the D minor pentatonic area, although he ventures back to the C with some licks. But the first measure you'll hear will sound like this. Alright, so it's basically we're hitting the 10th fret of the 1st and 2nd string twice to the 3rd and 2nd on the 12th fret to 10. And then we'll do a hammer on to 11. It's a real typical blues move. You can even slide into 10. Then we're going to catch the 4th string at 12, lay that down to catch the 3rd and 2nd string from 12 and then to 10. Then we'll go back to 12 on the 2nd and 3rd string with a bend and a release to 10. Back to 12, 10. And then we're going to go 12, 10, 12 on the 4th string. Take the second measure of the solo from the 10, 12, 10 at the first so you can see how it fits together. Okay, for the next measure, I'm going to take off from the 10, 12, 10 on the last measure so you can see how it fits together. Alright, so again, it's not real difficult, a lot of double stops here. So we've gone from 12, 10, 12 on the 4th string. Then we're going to grab 12 on the 3rd and 2nd string to 10 and land on 12 on the 4th string. Again, land on 12. Then we're going to go to the 1st and 2nd string, 10, 8, 10. Catch 13 to 10 on the 3rd and 2nd. Then we'll go to the 10th fret of the 3rd and 2nd with a hammer onto 11. Then we're going to grab 12 on the 3rd and 2nd string and bend that up 3 times. Then we just grab 12, 10 unbent to, it's 10, 12. Alright, the last measure of the solo will end like this. So basically we're just going to slide into the 8th fret on the 1st and 2nd string, hit that again. Then we'll grab 10 on the 3rd and 2nd to 8. Then we're going to grab the 2nd string at 10, bend up, catch 10 on the 1st string, and then hit 10 and bend it up. And that's the solo. So really not too difficult, and I know they don't even play that live per se. He's just soloing in that area and doing whatever feels good. So that'll give you an idea for the studio version, and I really hope that helps everybody. That's all I want to do, so enjoy.